Well, here I am writing again. I've actually no specific topic to write about. I may have decided to write recently, but this decision came only because I felt grief for losing many of the ideas and topics that I had previously discussed, and my memory failed me when I wanted to revive them. And this is why I decided to write. Usually I don't like to discuss my thoughts with anyone else to avoid being criticized or disagreeing with others. Each of us has his own personal perspective of seeing things, especially if our religious beliefs interfere. And since I don't have any, I decided to write. And of course, I'm not writing to get feedback from others or differentiate out in an age where technology and sexual cravings are dominating. I write because perhaps I'm not the same person I once was, someone who was pushed to forget what he had spoken to a friend or himself because of his tendency to examine the world through a childlike prism. I write because I feel like I wasted too much time that might have been used to reflect on who I am and consider what I want to explore, learn about, and pursue. A phase that may not return, and sure, I'm just in my mid-20s, but I felt the guilt of someone in his 40s, so I chose to write. How might the act of writing and recording be used to our advantage? What does writing signify to those who take part in its rituals furthermore? For instance, even though I'm a newcomer to this field, I view my writing as a memorial of my persistent pain, sadness, and depression. A written record of some of the discussions I have while having a drink, or, more frequently, when loneliness and insomnia overtake my surroundings at night. I felt as like I was retrieving the tape of my darkest experiences at that same time, whether I had really experienced them, researched them, seen them on social media, or read about them in a book or article. Every night, my subconscious ships me to each of those scenarios, where I find myself delving into the depths of the issues I had, or rather, the questions I believed had been forgotten. And for that reason, I chose to write. For me, this circumstance refers to nothing more than the discharge of my human shipments in writing, which serves as a reminder of those information and thoughts in case I forget them or my memory fails to recall them. Writing, like sketching and many other arts, is a liberated space where you do nothing against your will. Nobody has the right to command you in any way. There is no pressure since there is no one else. It is only for you. Writing is a process that you might think, at first glance, that is difficult and complex. But it is otherwise, and in any case, the only solution to go through is to start it without giving it a second thought. Writing helps me stay sane, therefore I do it. Above all, do what makes you feel good. It's your writing and your mental health, and you don't have to show it to anyone. Avoid worrying about what other people may think while you write, and be honest and genuine. Creativity is excellent for boosting mood, self-worth, and confidence. Gain better mental health while enjoying the process. There are times when our passions seem like chores. It might make us feel on top of the world one day, and then cause us ache the next. Not wanting to write is entirely natural. One of the reasons we don't want to write is because we may not have anything to say. On the other hand, we may not feel like writing because of what we might reveal. However, here is what I found useful if you want to overcome the ache. Go for a walk, cook a meal, listen to a podcast, or, however, sit down and write. Write about how much you want to avoid writing. Writing requires understanding how to get beyond the vague, what the actual fuck times. Either way, best of luck. Writing is not going to fade away.